Marshall Faulk, a first ballot Hall of Famer, who joins me right here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Marshall?
I'm good, Rich. I'm good. How you doing, man?
I'm fine. What was it like being around the Sabol family that weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome because, you know, we had heard about Steve, but nobody really saw him, and we got a chance to see him, and then how proud he was of his father, and it never seems to amaze me with Ed Sabol. I believe, Rich, he never knew how much he meant to a lot of people and how he brought the NFL to them. It was just a game on black and white game on television of guys just hitting each other, and the way he added music to it, and the way he changed it, and the culture in which we love watching games and highlights and stuff like that. He's responsible for so much of it. Everything that football is now. I mean, his thumbprint is on how the people who could not afford tickets, or if the game was sold out, how they got to see it.
Marshall Faulk joining me here now, and I'm sure you finished up that day of speeches with your great speech about this is football heaven, and I'm sure you were going through it, sometimes needing to have your mind taken off of the magnitude of what you were about to do, Marshall. I'll never forget the introduction video that Steve Sabol put together for his dad. It may be, and this is saying a lot, the greatest piece of NFL films I've ever seen. You remember that, Marshall?
Yes, but shouldn't it be, though? I mean, if you think about what their business is, and it's like, listen, you have one chance to write your father's football eulogy and what he meant to the game and what the game meant to him. The Sabol family, Rich, they did it right. It was never a time that we watched a football live or we watched the highlights to just music and that voice that we felt like that wasn't right. It was always done right.
Mm-hmm. What was it like for a kid from New Orleans finally getting to see yourself chronicled on NFL films, the first time you may have seen yourself in slow motion set to that music, Marshall? What was that like for you?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And as you know, Rich, just like yourself and the guys that work with you, regardless of the accolades that I accomplished in the game, I am a football fan. That's how this all started. I wasn't like some kid who was talented and somebody say, "Hey, Marshall, play football." No. I played football from the age of 5, 6 years old. I've always been a football fan, and getting the chance to see myself, getting the chance to see them do a piece on me, it was just it's what you kind of lived for. It was one of the highlights. It goes up there with winning Super Bowls, MVPs, with offensive players of the year, all of those things. What the work that they did, and how they brought it to us. You knew it was special when they sat down and took the opportunity to put the music with the voice and the video and how it came alive to people.
Were you, and Dion went in with you too, as we all know.
Yes.
Did you and Prime get a chance to have a quiet moment with Ed at any moment in time that induction weekend?
Every time I just wanted to know how did he get his start? What happened? Because you read about things, and he was just like, I was in theater, and then the opportunity of buying this little film company, and putting the NFL in a different light. I wanted to shoot it. I wanted to shoot it different. I wanted to put cameras in places that the NFL didn't even want cameras. I wanted to kind of invade people's privacy and bring it to the fan, because I knew as a fan those were things that when I watch games I wondered about. And that's how all of this started, Rich. That's how all of this started. As most things do. A man with a vision and a dream, and he brought it to us, and he shared it with us, and every chance, I'm going to tell you, I thanked him every chance I got. Primetime TV, football, all the viewers that got a chance to see us play, it all started with Ed Sabol and his vision for where the NFL should be.
And again, just seeing, Marshall Faulk joining me here on the program, behind the scenes of big moments like, say, your Super Bowl victorious finish, the the moment where Dick Vermeil wearing a wire, I forget, was it Kevin Carter was coming out of the game at the last second? He was just like, what? You know, like you never. I'm just wondering did you not see that moment yourself and just saw that chronicled through NFL films, perhaps, Marshall?
Rich, I saw Kevin coming off the field. I could tell he was just exhausted, and Dick kind of met him in between the numbers and the sideline, and I couldn't tell what was said, but that was the beauty of what they were trying to accomplish. Like those moments right there, when a man is exhausted and has nothing left.
Right.
Dick Vermeil reminded Kevin how big this moment was, and the one play Kevin took off before he went back in, I'm sure what Coach Vermeil said to him, it was what got him back in there, what made him talk to the guys and say, listen, we have to get this done. It's so many precious moments like that if the idea of getting coaches to wear wires and getting players to wear wires, and now to the point to where the funny aspect of Peyton Manning in his Omahas,
right.
You know, all of that stuff. People don't understand. We enjoy it now, and it's like it seems normal. Ed had to fight for that to bring that to us as a fan.
Marshall, thanks for calling in and strolling down memory lane on a special weekend for you, and obviously being able to share it with the Sabol family.
Thank you.
You bet. No, thank you. That's Marshall Faulk.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.